Hello folks and welcome to The King is Watching, a city builder roguelike tower defense mishmash that I played a bit on when it came out in Steam Games Fest a while back. Then I played it on stream last week, and I'll show you a bit of it because I'm really starting to enjoy this game quite a bit. And we finished Homeworld Cataclysm last week, and I want to do like a week's break or something else before I start something else like longer to form. We'll play maybe this for about a week and see how it goes. So yes, we got some upgrades left over here. We have our meta currencies, of course, because this is a roguelike. So you play a run, you get some meta currency, you come back out here, you upgrade some stuff. So Council gives you advisors, upgrades which you unlock more stuff. You can unlock more advisors. There's 4 upgrade trees. These ones seem to be focused on getting better kings, new kings. This one focuses on your advisors. This one focuses on new buildings and stuff. This one gives you resources, resource-based stuff. There's also some new buildings. At the moment, I'm still kind of working on this tree here because I'm looking to get this one specifically, which is banish the nobles. Because as you'll find out, the nobles get in the way. So we're playing as King Baldwin, who has morale effects. As you have more morale, each point of morale increases your unit's damage by 1%. You've also got king abilities which you haven't unlocked yet, and you complete the king's challenges which you haven't actually bought yet. The king challenges over here. It requires 7 to build, so that we have our first and only advisor at the moment is Gustav, who gives us a 5% bonus to everything. You can do the tutorial or on threat level 0, or we can go on threat level 1. Which I haven't done yet, but actually I've done twice, but I've never actually beaten yet, so let's give this a shot. I'll explain as we go along. Touch the ball to reveal your fate. The Goblin Warlord Gorzog, Warlord of the Horde. Goblins are perpetual opportunists. They engage in looting, plundering, and ruining people's day, even during an apocalypse. And then there's Gorzog. Towering grotesquely above his kin, he's roughly siege tower sized and equally subtle. No one's sure what or whom he's been eating, but it's clearly not involved in a balanced diet. Gorzog leads through brute force, casual cruelty, and a strict biggest club wins philosophy. His warfare strategy is to swing first, ask questions never, and leave complex planning to smaller minds, which, admittedly, includes nearly everyone. They also get a mod, which they're not using at the moment. Right. So the whole point of The King is Watching is that you have this zone over here, which is your gaze, the king's gaze. Only buildings within the king's gaze will actually function. So you have well, which is our first building because it generates water. Every 0.8 seconds you get some water. If you play only the ones in our gaze work. So that's the whole point of the game. The king is watching. Alright, just we're looking and picking up our storage stuff. Then we're going to start building, let's get some wood. I'll get some wheat as well. Move there so we're getting wheat and also water. You can see up here at the top of the screen there's the what happens in the future, right? Our future. This one we have Goblin Bandit, gives us denarii, levy barracks, basic production, and prophecy. Right, we need to have something to defend ourselves with, so we're going to use a small peasant's hut as our beginning point there. Make sure we have enough, because small peasant huts, 7 wheat per peasant. Let us quickly just get let's get some peasants so we can fight off the Goblin Bandit that's coming. Once I've got a couple of these, we have here a tile seal. This tile seal improves speed by 20%, and this reduces speed by 25%. Right, so let's build that one there, and we'll go back to building up resources. See down here we have our army size, the gaze level, so as you can see our gaze improves. It's at the bottom there it says it's like a 3-tile L, a 4-tile square, a 5-tile thing, then a 6 and a 2x3. Requires upgrading. Our troop class bonuses, our morale is going to be 1. So all units do 1% damage. Our farmers, our peasants have 35 health, 13 damage, and they're just having a little fight. There we go. So we get 10 denarii, which is our currency for using the shop. Levy barracks means like the basic tier of barracks, very basic units. So we can get the Black Sheep Barn, Helpless black sheep that provide morale and other buildings may have use for them. Requires crystals. We haven't got any crystals. The bone pit spawns small skeletons. You look over here. Skeletons are undead grunt. They have an HP of 45. They have 10 damage per second. The unit trait is plus 2% damage dealt by and HP of undead troops for each small bones on the battlefield. And you can give them upgrades later on that give them like bone meal and troop inspiration. Or a peasant's hut, which is actually a more efficient form of small peasant's hut. It can hold up to 4 by itself, which I'm actually going to go for. It's none of this is ideal, but I'll grab that for now. Basic production: a tree, some great bushes, or a big well. Because you can see our trees, they're not finite. The only infinite buildings we really have are the wells at the moment, and that's because when you destroy a building, as long as it's not been used, they go back over here. However, trees and wheat fields are not the case. We will lose them, so we need to keep refilling them. Grape bushes, if you want to have grapes. Big well, just you produce water faster. We don't need big well, really. I'm going to go for a tree because we will always need more wood. In prophecy, we get to basically pick our next 3 waves. You can give a vague idea what the next 3 waves are going to be. You have to use 1 inevitable per wave, and then you can give yourself additional bonuses, additional challenges for bonuses. Most of these, in fact, if you can see here, are wall busters. Wall busters don't attack you, but they have a lot of health and they run for your wall and blow up. And you can see what rewards you will get for them. So I can go for like wall busters and build and upgrades, goblin bandits, goblin giant, advanced production. Advanced production not this early in the game. I don't think we can't really make use of advanced production this early in the game. So I'm going to go for, we need more barracks. We'll go for more production, we'll go for spell there. I do think I'm going to put a upgrade there. We might use a prophecy card over here, and hopefully we'll get some, which means I really have to focus. Actually a good point in this, because we haven't actually got a lot of, I'm going to pull this back, I'm going to do this. Because at the moment all we have is peasants. We're going to have up to 5 peasants, basically, but wall busters are tricky because they've got a lot of HP. And over here at the back, we'll do this one as well. Get more building bases. We could put more in, but I think we're okay. This is going to be the biggest challenge. I think is going to be this one. So I'm actually going to swap these around. There we go. Anyway, freezing forests. Your kingdom's lumberjacks, famed for their resilience, have braved every winter until now. This winter's unprecedented cold has already claimed many, later found as lumberjack-flavored popsicles. The survivors now demand health insurance, reasonable hours, and even something other than grog to fight the cold. How will your grace handle their audacity? We can improve their quarters and get the spell called deforestation. We can allow more time by introducing shifts. We get the building sawmill. Or we can dispatch soldiers to motivate them. We receive 2 swordsmen and 50 wood. Because our soldiers are kind of a bit crap at the moment, we will go for that, I think. You send soldiers to encourage the lumberjacks to get back to work. Terrified yet oddly motivated, the lumberjacks brave even colder conditions. Wood production rises impressively, but you hear troubling rumors of axes accidentally swinging a little too close to the soldiers' boots. Perhaps these motivation methods will need revising next winter. We got ourselves a couple of soldiers. Right, they're still chipping away nicely. To upgrade our broader gaze, we need to have some gold. To get some gold, we'll need a market. Market can sell a variety of things. At the moment, we can sell wheat. So I'm going to put a wheat field there. Put that there. So we can sell wheat as and when we make wheat and sell wheat. Make wheat, sell wheat, sell wheat. Actually, yeah, do this. So we generate 2 wheat every cycle, but we sell 1 of them. We can already increase our maximum limit there. What's coming next? It's 4 bandits and 2 swordsmen. Hopefully we get something better for the levy barracks. Also, we can have a tile enchanter here. We start with 1. We got an upgrade that basically places a tile in chances production. I wonder if I can put it there just to cancel that out, because it gets in the way otherwise. I'm also... Right, I'm going to just put that there because I want to rebuild this. There you go, put that down there. Hopefully our swordsman... Nope. Well, we're building peasants here. This is going to be a little bit painful for us. what I can do is basically wait, because once they start attacking the wall, if we spawn people behind them, they don't turn around to attack them, so the people we have at the back will be helping us out here. How are we doing here? We are 47 to 60 and 40. Good. Denarii, levy barracks. Black sheep barn again. A gnome dome requires gold to make a gnome. Gnomes have 30 HP, 13 damage per second. They provide some morale. You can get up to 5 of them in a single area, but they are very expensive. I mean, really, they made out of gold is expensive. You're gonna go for militia camps. Militia does less damage than a peasant, but has way more HP. Like 140 HP, damage per second 7, whereas this one is 35 HP, damage per second 10. So I like militia because they're a really good frontline unit. So I'm actually gonna demolish that one over there. Go back over here. So what do we need for this? We need a lot of wood for that. So we're gonna put wood there and hit that. Let's do this. Hang on. Let's make sure we can raise our gaze. Right, done. Put that there. Get that wood up and running. Although you can tell we need gold for that as well, but let's turn this along. What do we have coming now? 2 wall busters, 2 goblin bandits, and goblin giants. Yeah, I forgot about the giant, didn't I? Yes, I did. I forgot about that giant. Well, those wall busters are going to do damage to us. I can't really stop them from that, so. We can to help us out here. Okay, they blew up and did a lot of damage to us, but they've got more wall busters coming in, so this is gonna just generally suck. You get him. Okay, so Denarii, building upgrade. Peasants hut, more production. Militia camp. Militia capacity goes up by 2, thank you very much. And I'll pick a crystal mine. Crystal mine, but we haven't got the iron ore for that yet. Let's make sure we have. What do we need for this? We need 26 gold for that. I'm gonna put this down there because we're gonna need more of these, aren't we? Yeah. Make sure you have 26. I might just let these through, because we're not going to kill them in time anyway. We'll let them through. 26. Build up our wheat as well. We have enough wheat to get the wood as well. Get that wood in there. It requires wood and wheat to make. We're going to put a wood there. Build up and upgrade. Militia camp produces a mega militia after recruiting 4 base troops. Sure, why not? A spell. Healing pool heals troops, or evasion gives a 35% of a dodging. I'll get some of that. Let's go down here, put that over there. The next one up is a goblin bandit and a goblin crossbowman, which give us 10 denarii. And the trader. So this is like a first little good moment here. We've done the ones that we prophesized. We took a lot of damage. This was unfortunate. I'm actually going to limit you to 3. As you can tell, you're not allowed to have 8 on the field, but you can fill up the things. You can spawn new troops to capacity. So even if the field is full, you still keep spawning in troops. You need more that. Good. So denarii, we got 80 denarii. Trader, we can get buildings, we can get artifacts. Receive building, magic school, magic college, university. Receive 25 wood at the start of each wave. Troops are produced 20% faster. Might go for that one actually. You also have spells. We can have execution ground. Executes one of your grunts and provides 1 denarii for each unit. Bees takes grapes. You reduce bumblebees. HP 400, damage per second 11. And 10% damage dealt by jamming tubes to each bumblebee in the battlefield up to 100%. Okay, they have the Assassin's Temple. We have Peasant's Hut, Animal Farm, which uses water and wheat to produce meat. Carpentry, which uses metal and wood to produce furniture, which the market can sell furniture. And the gold mine, which just straight up produces gold, but also requires metal to make. I think we're going to go for the artifact. I like using artifacts because there's permanent bonuses. They're always useful. Sorry, wrong button. Continue. There you go. We need 10 each. We need 30. Put that there. You can also move things around. If I use shift, I can put that down there. When things move, they take a little bit. They take a debuff for a bit, where they're slightly slower to operate. But once that some time has passed, they speed up again back to normal. We can sell wheat, we can sell flour, we can sell ore, we can sell metal, we can sell furniture. Furniture straight up just gives you straight up denarii. Right, move the wood over here as well. Might as well churn our way through all this wood. Although to be fair, I should probably be getting some water as well. Anyway, never mind. We're full over here. We don't need to be over there anymore. So let's go over here. Move that wood over there. Oh, there we have our mega on the field. Our mega militia. So every 4 militiamen we get a mega militia. Interesting to know about that. Good. Right. Go over there and make sure it's churning our way through this. We do want to move away from our farmers because they're not very good. Right. So maybe we can get some new Navy barracks. So some denarii, an artifact, champion unit, stun an enemy once every 20 attacks. We haven't got. I believe. I'm not sure about that. I think that this unit here counts as a champion unit. I think it counts as a champion unit. I'm not sure personally, but I think the mega counts as a champion unit. Or places a seal on 2 tiles. Makes 2 of our tiles just better. Do that, I think. Basic construction is something you can, if you use it, you can level it up to something that gives you either wood or wheat or iron or clay. And we do need iron. Levy barracks, a second militia camp. Gives us a bunch more militia. We can have up to 10 militia with this. Militia is good, and they are buffed off each other. It's the best one we've got at the moment here, so I'm going to do that. Basic production. How are we doing here? We still have a crystal mine somewhere. Got another wheat field. Iron mine, perfect. Ooh, hang on, no, we have. I'm having a think about this. So you can turn that into an iron mine eventually. So do I want to go for clay now? We can just go for straight up gold mine. It's profit over time. But we do need clay. We do actually need clay for something else. Prophecy, right. What are we building here? So goblin bandits, 6 goblin bandits, a walk in the park. Do that, I think. Right. So these are 50 goblin, 10, so there's going to be 16 goblin bandits. Would be a good way of doing that. Goblin pig gives us kingdom infrastructure. I'm going to go for that. There you go. This is what I've decided to go. 16 goblin bandits are the first thing I'm going to do here. Right. An unfortunate jump. For generations, your kingdom has relied on the most effective method of measuring grain reserves, the jump test. A volunteer leaps into the pile, their survival proving the granaries are full. Today, peasant Willard attempts with a sinking thud followed by a murmuring realization from the gathered crowd. We've too little grain to survive winter. Your advisor urges swift action to protect your kingdom and reputation. Blame the volunteer, making 2 basic wheat production. Blame the farmers, we get a wheat field. Not a small wheat field, a wheat field. And we get the method, we get 100 wheat directly. I'm going to pick a wheat field. Your accusation immediately sparks outrage amongst your farmers, who furiously insist that the soil and weather are conspiring against them. Nonetheless, the newfound determination not to be blamed again leads to record harvests next season, and new farmlands are prepared to ensure greater production. Good, we get our wheat field, which is basically, this but better. It's just 5 of these in a single building. Right, ooh, that's good. We move this out of the way. Put that there. We need some gold for that, so I'm going to put that there. We're going to sell gold. I'm going to put the clay mine there. Might as well make use of the clay mine. We'll put that there and turn that into a... we'll turn that into iron eventually. I'm going to put a wheat field here. It's going to be slow going, but it's just going to offset some of the wheat that we're selling. The second that goes public, the second that goes massive, we're going to start churning out some more militia. That's going to turn into iron mine. Our iron mine requires wood. Well, that solves that problem. So let's do this. Let's get the wood for the iron mine first of all. Oh shit, there they come. Never mind. Never mind, this is priority right now. Our damage isn't high, they have a higher DPS than us, but we have way more HP than they do. They killed our big guy. Oh heck, oh heck. We need wood as well. You see our wood is having issues here, so we're going to bring that down there. We have a lack of DPS, is what's happening here. That's the problem right now, we have a lack of DPS. Levy barracks. Can I get some attacks, please? We got some ranged units. The slingers have ranged, and again they come in bunches. I could spend some denarii to re-roll this and hopefully get something better. I've never used slingers though, so I'm willing to give that a shot. Right. Let's make sure first of all that we get our militia up and running though. That is important. We need militia. There's I think at the moment, this playthrough, the issue we have right now is lack of DPS. That's the big issue we have right now. Although hopefully the two big guys will help out. They did. Good. The building upgrade. Militia camp increases HP for the militia. Increases slinger capacity by 3. Ooh. Yes, do that. Levy barracks. An assassin's temple isn't too shabby, actually. Slingers are ranged. Madhouse is a grunt arcane. They run around and stab people. They require clay as well. We're not functional with clay at the moment. I'm going to focus on the slingers and keep the slingers then. Okay. Let's make sure we fill out here. I'm also going to need way more wood. There you go. Put the wood there. Put the wood down there. We're basically just making wood right now because we need to make. I'm going to put the wheat field here. I'm going to put the basic construction there. I'm going to put a wood there as well, so we can start churning through that wood too. We need wood to get this number higher anyway. What's coming right now? The 2 goblet bandits, 2 goblet giant gun plate. That should be fine, hopefully. Question mark. Like this needs to be iron mine, which means we need some. We need iron mine for the slingers anyway. You need a lot of iron for this. How much We need 10, so let's get some more people. Let's get some more down here. They're just basically fighting amongst themselves right now. It's not ideal because the first boss is coming like over there. Right, in Kingdom Infrastructure. Sacrificial Stone sacrifices black sheep. Receive a spell for each black sheep sacrificed. Execution Grides executes grunts, provides denarii for each grunt. And provides morale while active. I'll take the arena, but we need some wood for that to happen. Moonshine Barrel drops a barrel that damages enemies, slows their attack speed by 30% and makes them drunk for 8 seconds. Damage 75. Or specified straight up 110 damage in the area. I'm going to go for Moonshine Barrel, we'll drop that on their heads and we'll get some money as well. This will give us 10 denarii and 120 denarii gives us 2 artifacts. Let's go back to this because we still need more. Oh, there you go, 11, good. So that's going to be a good amount of things to have. If we do that and that, just to help out with the making this go faster, make use of the fact that we got a seal in there. I think I'm going to put the slinger up there as well. I might even actually get rid of that. Right, here we have some goblin bandits and a fire mage. Hopefully we should churn through those, but who knows these days. We potentially have 24 army worth here. Denarii Trader, right. So, what are the artifacts? Gain 3 gold for each point of damage dealt to your castle. That would have been good a while back. Eye of the Swarm, damage dealt by your troops increased by 20%. Honestly, very tempting, because considering that we don't have a lot of damage. And this reduces the second king ability cooldown by 25%. I haven't got a second king ability, so I'll take that definitely to increase my damage. It leaves us with 60 to play around with. We could have the Sawmill, a Furniture Store, which sells furniture for town denarii for the meta currency, so that's huge if you have a way to produce a lot of furniture. There's 8 furniture, 1 town denarii. Clay Iron Mine produces both clay and iron. A lot longer churning time, but it produces both clay and iron. And archery, which actually creates archers. Assassin's Temple again. The Dragon Hatchery, which uses flour to produce flower dragons. They are definitely champions. And then we have also the Fairy Fountain. Does not need to be watched at, produces random resources. Again, slowly. I do like the idea of this sometimes, but just chuck it in the background somewhere and let it take over. Arena provides higher morale. Our militia camp just increases HP militia. You know what? I'll take that to increase our militia HP. And I get to sneeze through it. Right. The next, I believe, after the next trader will be the first boss. Anyways, let's do it back there. We need to have that more. Actually, you know what? Let's go put that there. Let's get our that down there. Put that down there as well. This is the one that's going to give us the prophecy, so just beat them up. I'm going to put one of these militia camps all the way over there. Can I move things around now? I can. No, I can't. Okay, fair enough. Makes sense. Artifact. Broken Penny. Dead Rat. Receive 150 meat upon picking up the artifact, or gain 3 gold for each point damage to the castle. Neither of these are particularly good. A, because I haven't got a use for meat. Meat I don't believe has a use. Yes, just use it for adventures. Wine. If you have wine, it generates morale for you. Meat doesn't have a use. I'll take Broken Penny, because at least I can have a use for gold at the moment. Denarii. Levy Barracks. None of these particularly interest me, to be honest. A second peasant hut, possibly. Hunters do little damage, but they slow targets. I guess they count as both warrior and ranged as well. I might grab the hunters. Basic production, iron mine, Establish production. I'll pick a vineyard. I've not really had a chance to. And for summon infernals and a prophecy. Okay, what's coming next? Goblin lightning mage, goblin lightning mage, goblin lightning mage, triple giant. Actually, put that there because we won't need Denari until the very end. This gives us oh potential artifact. Ooh, okay. Right, go for this. See what happens. Anyway, flames of reckoning. From your balcony, you watch smoke rise from the forest. No means no bread means no royal toast. Tragic, you muse, sampling a grape. A soot-covered scout bursts in. A wildfire is spreading, threatening our fields and farms. The Count debates, protect your existing resources or let the fire create new fields. You get a bunch of wood at once. We've got some wood. We could do with more wood always. Or we can get 3 peasants and then 50 wood. Troops at the moment, we're okay with troops. So we'll let everything burn. Troop training. You watched the blaze with an unsettling glee, composing poetry and playing your lyre amidst the chaos, inspired by the glorious spectacle of flames. Your courtiers quietly whisper about your sanity as you casually order more wine to celebrate the fiery rebirth of your kingdom. While your subjects scramble desperately to control the damage, future historians will certainly remember this moment as proof of your artistic genius. Or madness. Probably both. We get ourselves some troop training. So we're going to increase ourselves our warrior damage. Or our rider HP, we have no riders, or arcane damage. So at least we have some warriors. We have our militia, and we also have our hunters. We haven't made any hunters yet, but they are also part of our potential. So I was gonna move you there. Put you down there. You need more, and I'll put that there. We currently have no way to produce wood other than this very specific one here, so we are looking for wood. Our first slinger has turned up. Does 14 damage at the moment. We're also looking to get a bunch of wood to make ourselves our arena as well. So wood is something that we need a lot of, and have no way of getting it at the moment. Okay, so the brigade is the champion unit. Fair enough, it is a champion tier unit. Good. Building upgrade. Slinger's tree. Slingers have a 3% chance of stunning an enemy for 1 second. Peasants Hut boost production. I'll take the Slinger's tree. Gnari, basic production. I want a tree, frankly, but I'll take a gold mine as well. Right, so they're still producing these. I'll let them build as much as possible, and then we will shift up here, get an extra wheat field, and an extra... To me, you need a gold mine to make gold, which is an issue, so I'm going to put that there. Our gaze requires some clay as well, so... Are we done with that? No, not quite. I'm going to call in some militia and just put out some more. Because we have 4 militia, 3 barricades, brigades, sorry, and 4 of these in the field. Moved out there. Slowly create some more. I want to have enough gold to get the gold mine up and running, so we can put the gold mine on there and churn out the gold that way. In which case I'll put the clay there. So what's coming next? Goblin Light Mage, got Giant. They could drop the moonshine barrels. It would wipe out the bandits, and it may be able to help here. I will leave it for now. Here you go. There's Goblin Warlord Garzog. Good. So spell is going to be slow zone, affects enemies by slow for 50% slow by 12 seconds, or poison puddle does 24 damage per second for 9 seconds for enemies stuck in it. We'll get that as well. Artifact, Ancient Pact. When your castle reaches 0 HP, it heals to 20 and all enemies are stunned for 7 seconds. It only happens once. Or summons a temporary toad when a production building is depleted. Also potentially useful. Although considering my early game went so bad, I think I might go with Ancient Pact, just in the off sense, because I don't think we might survive the boss. That's how bad this is at the moment. Right, 60, okay, we got gold mine, boom, gold mine there, switch over. Yeah, we're starting, so we can potentially increase our gaze soon. We're getting the gold. So we're getting gold 2 ways at the moment because we're selling wheat. In fact, we're selling wheat. I'm going to sell ore instead because we are making ore at the same time. We have plenty of ore, so I can, instead of whittling down my wheat supplies, I'll eat into my ore, which I'm actually mining, and still get gold at the same time. I need about 40 left before I can grab it. Now comes 2 goblin mages and 6. Then it's 80 denarii. 80 denarii takes us to 120. That's exactly how much I need to get 2 artifacts out of the trader, which is the goal. There you go. There's our that. Do this. I'm also gonna see if I can put that there. $80 denarii. Good. Something that are definitely damaged here. I'd like to get a hospital. That would be nice. I definitely need a lot of wood. I definitely require some wood because I want to increase my unit limit. There is an artifact that gives you plus 6 to unit limit. I would love that too. So tile enchanter. So enchants a tile with 20% production boosted production can be placed over existing buildings to enchant the tile instantly, but will cost 50% more. I'm happy when this expires. I'm going to put the tile there, I think. Although the idea was if I could put the tile there. Actually, I'm curious. If I do this, I'll do that. There you go. Rotate it that way. Because I was like, does this cancel out, or does this overwrite, or do they stack in a really weird way? We're about to find out. Here comes the goblin bat flyer. Okay, it overwrites. That's better than I was expecting. I'll be honest with you, that's better than I was expecting. We'll put a crystal mine there, one mine over there. We'll put a wheat field or something down. Trader, what do we have here? Grants temporary units a 50% chance of being resummoned. Haven't got temporary units. Haven't got a king's ability for that one there. Every grunt unit on the battlefield gets a 2% boost to HP and a 3% boost from other grunt units. This would have been really good in one of my streams where I was basically mainlining grunt units, because the skeletons are grunts, the peasants are grunts, and I believe the madmen are grunts. Unfortunately, I'm not using grunt units at the moment, but that doesn't really do much for me. Arena betting earns 1 gold every 3 seconds while working. Okay, I need wood. Any way of getting wood from you? Nothing. No wood down here. No wood over there. King statue speeds up king ability cooldown. Haven't got that. Black sheep, madhouse. Yeah, because you see, madmen are grunts. You can see over on the side there. What a very bad shop this has been. Holy crap. I'll be honest. I'm not very happy with the shop at all. I'll buy like some troop training, and that'll be it. We'll get some ranged damage up for our that, but that's going to be it. Put a small wheat field here. Oh, they see we lost that. Let's put some of these in there. So how much we need from we need another 100 and a bit. So do this there. Get that 100 and a bit in, because if you get the arena in, that would be very lovely. Plus 25 morale active is 25% damage. I want to get that sooner rather than later. wonder if putting this down on a seal actually makes a difference. I don't know. I don't actually know if it makes a difference. I do realize also if I spend everything on the arena, it means it's going to make rehiring militia very complicated. Because we have what, 210 there, 70 there. We have about 280 left over. If I spend 255 on arena, I definitely need to find a place to get arena, a new more wood from. Anyway, here comes the boss. The Goblin Warlord Gorzog. Let them arrive first of all. Let this fight happen. I might even like do this right now, or summon an Infernal there. And then meantime, also drop that there. And I'll drop that there. Quickly we'll respawn some troops here. You do 32 damage, so you do actually hurt my guys fast, but hey. It's going to get to the point where we have militia and just a bunch of slingers, and that might just be what wins it for us. That worked out well. That was a win. Let's go make sure we have our... We're about to finish up there, aren't we? Here we are. Alright, Denari. Troop training. Range damage at the moment, because we're rolling legendary artifacts. The Chi Fan increases your unit's bonus HP by 5 each time you cast a spell, or increases damage by doubles your spell damage. I haven't got a lot of spell damage, but I'll find that's the best I got. Legendary spell, Tornado. Spawns a tornado that pulls enemies towards itself, moving and damaging them. Lasts for 12 seconds, doing 80 damage per second because of that artifact we have. So it's 800 and it's 960 damage. Or Legendary Fireworks basically doubles production for a while. I think this is going to be more useful in the long run. Veteran Barracks. Druids of the Owl Camp requires grapes, so we can... we do have our vineyard. Spawns Druids of the Owl. After 19 seconds in battle, a druid will transform himself into an owl. That's not an owl. Increasing his stats and giving him an attack. He returns to his human form after the battle ends. Alternatively, Druids of the Bear Camp uses only iron ore. Spawns Druids of the Bear. After 25 seconds in battle, the druid will transform himself into a bear, increasing his stats and giving him an attack. Or the Firing Range, which requires wine to make but produces musketeers. We have some range damage. These are Arcane Warriors. Receive 40 wine after recruiting a druid, Hermit's Drink, or increases bear druid's HP by 100% and increases damage dealt by 100%. You can only produce one druid of the bear, however, and we've got 25 seconds in battle as well. Oof, complicated. Complicated. Although we can make that right now and we have the ability to make more of it, so I am tempted by this, because this requires grapes and wine to make. Druids of the Bear Camp. Establish production. There's the vineyard. There's the gold mine, although the gold mine requires metal to make. We could just quick reroll. Sawmill. Perfect. We did wood. Okay, we have here Goblin Lizards, Bat Riders and Giants, Crossbowmen and Shaman, and 25 Goblin Bandits. So 25 Goblin Bandits alone? Are we thinking? Possibly. 3 Goblin Lizards, we'll do that with so a total Bat Riders and Goblin and Giant. And then we'll do that there with Goblin Crossbowmen and Goblin Shamans. We'll add to that some Goblin Crossbowmen as well. Cultists have returned, or perhaps they never truly left. Until now, their antics were little more than a nuisance. A missing woodsman here, some public nudity there. Lately, however, their activities have grown bolder. Workers describe terrifying encounters in the forest, too ghastly for your royal ears to hear. Your spies have located a gathering deep in the woods and await your orders on how to deal with them. We have not quite a full army, so because you can capture the leader, we get, I think, 2 healing wizards, which would be very helpful. 2 healing wizards would be really, really good, keeping our front lines buffed. We can negotiate with the leader, transforms all our resources to wine. We would have a lot of wine. We get 2 of these, whatever they are. Or we can banish all members from the kingdom. We gain an artifact, but also get immediately attacked by 20 goblin swordsmen. I don't think we can fight off 20 goblin swordsmen, although I do have the tornado. It would be a waste of a tornado, but I do have one. I do like the idea of healing, though. I think these are healers. Your soldiers swiftly apprehend the cult's leader, locking him away in your dungeon. Cleverly leveraging his capture, you inform his followers that their continued cooperation and magical assistance will keep him safe and sound in their prison, rather than on the gallows. Reluctantly, the cult followers now lend their unique talents to your cause. And our next boss is boss defeated. All production increased by 15%. Your enemies are gathering stronger forces. Consider upgrading your army. We're working towards that. So Volkar the Gold Hoarder. Among dragons, Volkar is notoriously ill-tempered, known for his blistering rage and unhealthy obsession with gold. His vast hoard seems less about wealth and more a coping mechanism for unresolved anger, though no one dares voice this within earshot of his lair. Volkar enjoys personal confrontations, chewing through foes with unsettling enthusiasm. When pressed, he takes to the skies, engulfing enemies and unlucky bystanders in molten flames. Some say Volkar's greed is his greatest weakness, others wisely observe that it is in fact the sharp weapons of heroes. Sadly, very few live long enough to test this latter theory. And we'll carry on with this next time, folks. See you then. Bye-bye.